Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Okay, so today is going to be another one of those videos for upstairs. I know you came here wanting to know about neck forward posture, how to fix it, and I am going to tell you how to fix it, but not the way most people are telling you how to fix it. I'm going to give you a whole different view on this, coming from the brain's point of view or the nervous system's point of view. All right, so recently, the reason I'm doing this video is because recently I had someone in my comments sit there and tell me, hey, you know what, Marie? I love your content, but I think you should know that you have forward posture. I was like, oh, no way. Okay, you've heard me say this a bunch of times in my videos. It is not your responsibility to point out someone else's. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so if somebody has a broken nail, they know they have a broken nail. If they have a curve in their back, they know they have a curve in their back. It is very rare, very, very, very rare that you point out something to somebody. I'm like, hey, did you know this? And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. I've known that I've had forward facing posture since I was 20. All right. So I was a hairdresser for a very long time. And you know, when you're a hairdresser, you're like in all these positions and you're, you know, you got your arms up here all the time and you're combing hair and everything else. So I started seeing my chiropractor when I was 20 years old. I've been going to my chiropractor faithfully every other month since I was 20. That's 40 years. Okay, I've been going to see a chiropractor. Now, people will tell you, okay, so if you have forward facing posture, go see a chiropractor, they can fix it. If a chiropractor could fix it, you know how many chiropractors I've seen in 40 years? If a chiropractor could fix this issue, it would have already been done fixed. So I can tell you, yes, a chiropractor can put you into alignment, because I have talked to my chiropractor about this. I'm like, you know, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel like in alignment, but like starting 4 weeks out, I already feel like, you know, I'm starting to get that pain. And you get this really weird pain right here in your neck, right? And sometimes you can even feel it. There's like a huge knot there, right? That's sticking out. So this is not something that, yes, chiropractic help, it can help, but it's not going to fix the problem. Okay, so another thing that I was given was I went to a physical therapist about it because it was causing me a lot of problems in my back. It was causing me a lot of problems in my shoulders and everything else. And of course, sitting at a computer doing this, right, all day long. And especially now we're on our phones and we're like this. We're constantly head forward down on our phones. All right, so, and this video does not apply for anybody who's had like a car accident or, you know, has been in, you know, has had some damage where it has actually caused your head to be like that. This is just, you know, this is just for those people that are trying to deal with it and heal it naturally. Okay, so one of the things that I started doing was I started doing all these exercises, right? One of the things was, you know, every time you're at a stop sign, or you're driving and you come to a stoplight or stop sign, you take your finger, you put it on your chin and you push your head back. Okay. Another thing is you sit up against the wall. Another thing is the, I don't know, the YM something where you put your hands up here and then, you know, it stretches your back and, you know, this whole bit. So I did everything. I didn't even, you know, they do it, use a door frame and hold on to the door frame and then, you know, push yourself forward where you put your shoulder blades together. Okay, so I did all of that, but it wasn't helping. I still found myself day after day, day after day, like this, right? So one day I'm at the gym. And I'm telling you, I get my best inspirations when I got my headphones on and I'm just like looking around and I'm at the gym and I'm seeing there's a lot of people and they're sitting, but when they're sitting, they're like this, right? and they're doing great, blah, blah. But then there's other people who, like, between sets, they're like this, and they're looking at the floor, right? So I started asking questions, and I started interviewing my clients and everything else, everybody that I saw that had this forward posture, so I started realizing something. This is not from sitting at the computers. You'll see people sitting at the computers and they're nice and, they're typing, blah, blah. They're not doing that, right? Like I said, you'll see people at the gym and between sets, they're doing this. They're not doing that. So it's like, what's the missing piece here? And I started realizing this is self-esteem. This is trauma from childhood. All you women out there, hold on, because there's light bulbs that are going to start lighting up for those who have never heard this. Every single one of you women out there that has that downward posture, I want you to think back into your childhood. Any trauma that you experienced, rape, molestation, anything like that, or being told that you just weren't pretty enough, right? Some sort of abuse, some sort of psychological or physical abuse. What happened? The minute you started growing breasts, I'm telling you, this channel is going to get a lot more real. The minute you started growing breasts, what did you do? You try to hide it. Here comes the big shirts. And instantly, instead of having the shoulders up and being proud that you have this beautiful feminine energy, right? Shoulders went down, down, slump, and down goes the head, right? Because everything had to be hidden. We no longer wanted to be proud of what we had because something happened along the way, whether it was physical or mental or verbal abuse or physical abuse that caused that. The same happens with boys. At some point, you did not want to be seen. You wanted to become small, right? And what's the best way to become small? I mean, you see them in roly-polies, you see them in armadillos. What do? We fold in, right? Everything folds in. And what does that cause? Forward posture. So what I started noticing with my posture is two things. One thing that ended up getting better was every time that I found myself doing that, instead of doing this, which I still did, I still do this. I'm like, okay, do this. But another thing that I told myself was, where's your self-esteem? Girl, put your crown on. Where's your self-esteem? Right? If you're a boy, if you're a man, where's your self-esteem? King, get your head up. Put your crown on. Where's your crown? Did you leave it somewhere? Because this is what causes that. And you will see the same little thing right across the board. The people who do this also are always doing this, right? I see them at the gym, right? Or at the store, always hiding their stuff. Gotta hide, gotta hide. We gotta hide. They have their hoodies on. Gotta hide, right? You want to be invisible. You don't want to be seen because your self-esteem is down here, So unless you're a boxer and you're out there training in the ring, get those hoodies off. Put the hoodies down, right? Lift your head up. Put your crown on. Walk proud, and you're going to notice that changes. Second thing that changes that I noticed is the gym. When you start lifting weights, there's something very empowering, right? So if somebody has very low self-esteem, the first thing I do is drag their butts to the gym. Do something simple. Actually, you can look this up. 5x5 workout. It's the simplest workout with weights there is. It's 5 sets, 5 exercises. So simple. Even a 14-year-old can do it. I took my granddaughter into the gym this summer, and because here comes the low self-esteem, right? And I was like, no, let's hit it. And after about 3 months, she's like, Grandma, I don't want to leave. It makes me feel so good. It makes you feel so empowered. I go, I know. So, right, not only that, but when you are lifting weights, if you start to notice a lot of these exercises that are for forward facing problems, you're doing, because when you're doing flies, you're grabbing out here, right? There's your why, right? When you're doing your back, you're doing this, you are forcing your shoulders back, right? When you're doing this, you are forcing here's your W, right? So you're doing all these great exercises without even realizing you're grabbing these machines way up here and you're pulling down and you're stretching your shoulders, you're stretching your back. You know, some of these places, they're $10 a month. Go hit Planet Fitness. They're $10 a month. Yeah. You know, you hear all the crap about them and they're no good, but you don't care about all that. All you care about is just going to those machines. And who cares if you don't know what you're doing? Who cares if you're not doing certain back exercises or certain this exercises or you know, you're just go over there and stretch yourself out on these machines. You got community centers. Look up community centers in your room, in your room. Yeah, in your town. Okay, I used a community center in my town because I didn't like the big box gyms, right? So I used community center. I still use community centers. It's a very private workout. You get to go in there and there's hardly anybody in the place, you know, and usually the people at the community centers are so sweet, so nice, so kind. They're willing to help anybody out. And you can go in there without any shame or any embarrassment or whatever, and you can try the machines out. You can sit there for 5 minutes trying to figure it out, and nobody's going to bother you because there's usually only one other person in there with you or nobody. So it's kind of like your own private gym, right? So do that. And community centers are free. You don't even have to pay. You just become a member and you get to go work out, and their gyms are fabulous. They're just as nice as some of the big box places. So, you know, do that, or just get yourself some weights at home. I wish I could turn this camera around because I got a gym, right? Like I'm looking at my bench and all my weights on the floor, because if I can't get to the actual gym, I do them here because it helps out so much, you know? So you start making a conscious thought, not so much, I want to fix my neck. I want to fix the issues with my low self-esteem. Fix those issues. The chiropractor is not going to help you with those. These exercises are not going to help you with it. You need to help yourself, right? What is causing this? What is making you believe that you are so small? What is making you want to be an armadillo and close up? You know, I mean, this is your heart space isn't open. Nothing is open, because let me tell you, when you open up, when you put your head back and you open up, your heart space is so open to receive. What is it that you don't want to receive? What is it that you don't want to give? What is it that you are afraid of? You know, that you're not going to be good enough, that somebody's not going to find you to be good enough. Has somebody beaten you down and told you that you are small? You know, you should not be hanging around these people. So 2 things that I can tell you, because I'm going to make this video nice and short. 2 things. Get to the gym. Work those weights. It gives you that self-esteem. Trust me, it makes you walk taller, prouder, straighter. It does. It really does. And second of all, every time you find yourself doing this, because with that comes an emotion, right? You can't be like, hey, I'm so happy. You can't, right? This is like, hey, I am happy. I am proud, right? The minute you do this, it's like, I feel like crap. I'm no good. I'm not worthy. Yes, I am. So that is where you want to hit. So you can spend all the money just like I did on chiropractors, and you can just keep going, you know, every other month for 40 years doing the same stuff, you know, over and over. You can do all the, you know, exercises and all the physical therapy that they tell you to do on YouTube. But until you fix this and the thoughts that are going, catch yourself. When you're like this, what thoughts are you having? Oh man, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how I'm going to take care of that. I got you. I'm going to take care of this. So trust me, start doing this, start filtering the thoughts, start lifting, and I promise you, this forward head stuff will be one less thing that you're going to have to worry about. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for watching me rant. Thank you for listening to me chatter, and keep coming back, because all you need to do is stay happy, stay focused, stay proud, wear your crown, and I'm going to try to keep you healthy. See you next week. Bye-bye.